Greetings, my name's Cara Martin. Welcome to this series of videos looking at different chapters in the book Workship, How to Use Your Work to Worship God. Right now we're working through section 3 of the book, which is Practical Wisdom for Your Working. And I want to talk about working relationships. Now, as I begin to talk about this, I am conscious of a couple of things. First of all, that I have spent a lot of time thinking deeply about relationships and God. But I'm also conscious that in my recent working history, this has been something that I haven't been really fantastic at. In fact, working relationships are some of the hardest things that we can do at work. Right at the beginning of the Bible, we see in Genesis 4 that Cain and Abel, who were brothers, really struggled working together. We see there that picture of jealousy and ambition, which really impacts on our relationships at work. But I think God is really interested in relationship. If we look at the story of the Bible through the prism of relationships, we see that God actually created us for relationship with Him and with each other and with creation. That actually when evil entered into the world, it was to rupture all those relationships. And then we see that much of the Bible is about the impact of fractured relationship with God and with each other and again with the world. And then we see that Jesus came to restore relationship with God, relationship with each other, and relationship with creation. And the picture of the life to come is a life of perfected relationships. Having seen that, we can see how important relationship is, and we can see how important our working relationships are. Work is the place where we can learn how to relate much better. And that is because we're amongst a whole collection of people that we may not normally choose to be with. It is in our work that we can really see how God can develop in us the fruit of the Spirit that is spoken about in Galatians 5:22-23. It may be easy to be loving and joyful and peaceful in a church environment, but in work, often those are things that we have to choose, that we have to be intentional about. We have to be intentionally kind, intentionally gentle, and we have to show a lot of self-control. Because as it says in Genesis 4 in that Cain-Abel story, sin is crouching at the door. Work is the place where we have a lot of temptation for destructive relationships. So what about you? How conscious are you of relationship as the way that you relate to God, and how important that is in your faith? And what about your working relationships? What can you do to be more intentional about them at work?